Now, this is the first dungeon of the game, and I don't know, it's not that impressive. It suffers from severe gray. Everything is very gray. All the faces on the doors, though, are kind of nice. And hey, Raph.
Mr. Twinson! Free me! Quick! I'm Waff! You know, the lighthouse keeper! I've been caught by the Tralo. He wants to turn me into a money moba.
I don't know, this area doesn't have the most interesting of monsters either, and there isn't really much music going for it, so it's sort of a bit underwhelming as a whole. However, the dungeons in the future will be quite interesting, and that was actually our first magic ball puzzle. You had to it's actually a bit harder than it looks. You have to have pretty good pixel perfect accuracy for it. If you're facing just the wrong way, then it won't work. And here's sort of our first jumping puzzle. And bats. And fireballs. But we don't actually have to go over there, so let's jump. One interesting fact about those fireballs is that they can actually, friendly fire is actually enabled, so they can actually hit and kill those bats. And such is the case for all attacks in this game, so maybe I'll be able to show off a couple enemies killing each other later on. Now, coming up is our second magic ball puzzle, and the way we were supposed to have handled it is by going down there and then throwing upwards in discrete mode with our magic ball. However, I'm kinda lazy and I don't want to deal with all that, so I prefer to do it this way. And as you can see, the trajectory of your magic ball will actually change depending on your behavior. So in sporty mode and aggressive mode, the ball will go the furthest. The ball will go the furthest. In normal mode, you'll do a more laid-back throw. It won't go as far. And in discrete mode, you'll do more of an artillery-style throw where it will go in a wide upwards arc. And hey, Joe, what's up?
Hi there, Joe. Still having problems with your magical powers?
No thanks. Seems to be okay now.
And then Joe was a clam. Okay, and the first real enemies that can take a good beating are coming up here. And they're the Tralo, of course. And they have two main attacks. They have this spinning attack. Come on, show off your spinning it. Oh no, you have to be in an elevated area for them to do the spinning attack. And they have a headbutt attack. And one thing about combat that really bugs me at times is how quickly Twinson turns when he's in aggressive mode. It might not seem that slow, just watching, but during combat, it seems like he's standing in glue or something. It's absolutely horrible. Now let's see if we can... Where is he? Let's see if we can show off that spitting attack next. They'll actually only use it if you're in an elevated area. And come on, spit it. There we go. And so they spit at you, and that's their secondary attack. And the boss of the game will also have a similar, boss of this area, sorry, will also have a similar attack. So now let's go beat this guy up. And so yeah, instead of turning, I like to dodge and have the enemy turn for me. I find it saves me a lot of time and health. Okay, and coming up next are spikes, and I have a lot to say about spikes, and you might wonder, well, they're just spikes, you know, why would they be that interesting? To which I'd reply, you obviously haven't tested the game extensively for every single bug and exploit. Yes, so first off, if we fall down here, as you can see, the spikes will continually damage us, even though we aren't actually standing on any. That sort of is a bug in the programming, well, not programming, level design, I'm pretty sure. They designated a sort of rectangular area of pain that deals damage at a constant fixed rate. And they actually just forgot to throw in a spike there. So even though we're not actually standing on a spike or anything particularly damaging, we'll still get hurt. The second thing I want to show off, When Twinsen takes damage, he'll get knocked back. However, if you change behavioral modes as he gets hit, the knockback frames will actually be dropped and he'll stay in one place, which can be kinda helpful if you're getting your ass kicked like you will later on in the game. Anywho, let's get across these spikes now, and I don't really feel like jumping across these, so I'll just abuse the knockback. And here we are at the first boss in this game. He has 3 attacks, one where he spits at you, one where he does that tail whip, one where he does the spin attack, and one where he does the 3-shot spit. One interesting thing about this boss fight is that if you hit the rocks, that flying debris can actually damage the boss. And it can also hurt you, so you have to be a bit careful. And if you hit them enough, they'll eventually drop goodies. And I'm really getting my ass kicked this time. Anyways, it's very possible to cheese this. Oh, I'm out of magic as well. It's very possible to cheese this boss fight just by abusing knockback and keeping him in one corner. And it's also possible to get game over in this area if you're at low enough health and that flying debris hits you when he dies, as you might have noticed all those rocks explode. Then it could kill you, which would be kind of funny.
Thank you, Mr. Twinsen. I was rehearsing a new tune when this filthy Tralo chewed up my guitar. Besides, it looks like he's got others before me. Well, back to the lighthouse. Otherwise, I'll get in hot water.
And that guy is extremely British. Okay, so next we're heading back to the lighthouse, and here's the continuity error. It's just coming up, and I want you to pay careful attention because it really bugs me.
Twinsen, what are you doing? I'm counting on you to take care of the Dinofly, and my lord is seeking adventures in the underground instead. It's beyond your control. You have to play the hero.
All right, Zoe. I'll take you back.
There, how did they get across that gap? I mean, she's freaking pregnant. It's not like she can jump. I guess Twinsen might have caber tossed her across there or something. I guess I wouldn't put it past him, but...
So, Twinsen, this little monster, coming soon?
Yes, the family will soon be larger.
We're so happy, you know. It's our first, and it should come any time now.
I just bumped into the keeper who was going back to the lighthouse. He told me that a true hero had just saved him from a voracious monster.
I freed him.
Bravo! And now, if you appreciate great art, let's meet at the lighthouse. You see what you...
Okay, and this is the only time in the game when we'll be controlling this specific character, the Twinsen with Zoe character, which is pretty neat, and it has a very unique characteristic which they forgot to program in. So let's see if you can... Hey, look, a crab! How's it going, crab? Ah! Twinsen! Zoe, no! No! Twinsen Jr., why? Dear God!